Good morning. On May 25th and May 30th, Gayle and I were able to go with 430 other Oklahoma Baptists, the singing churchmen, the singing church women, and the Oklahoma Baptist Symphony on a mission concert trip to Washington, D.C. One of the first things we did upon arrival was go to the Capitol building. We met a man, Dan Cummings, who is a chaplain in the Capitol building and now holds regular worship services inside the Capitol every Wednesday evening. We're also given a tour by James Lankford, the senator for Oklahoma, and he shared with us about the many Bible studies and prayer groups that are going on inside the Capitol on a daily basis. The next day was our big concert at the Kennedy Center. We had about 1,000 people in attendance, and many of them were veterans and active duty personnel in uniform. We also heard a wonderful patriotic message by Oliver North. The next morning, we traveled to Arlington Cemetery. At the Arlington Cemetery, our director, Randy Lynn, and our former director, Bill Green, were able to lay a wreath on the tomb of the unknown soldiers from Oklahoma Baptists. Following the time at Arlington Cemetery, we had a big problem. We had 15 minutes to get across town to our next concert at the World War II Memorial, and there was a huge motorcycle rally in town where there were 900,000 bikers in town for a rally called Rolling Thunder. We will not soon forget our police escort of all 9 charter buses through the city streets of Washington, D.C., getting us to our concert on time. One of the most notable concerts was held at the Lincoln Memorial. A crowd from time to time of 300 would gather to listen to us. Many of the crowd were people from foreign countries, and it was amazing to see how they responded and how much they loved hearing our songs, not only the patriotic, but the religious. After this concert, Gayle and I had opportunity to share with a man from Philadelphia. His name was Nelson, and I'd ask you to pray for Nelson as we were able to share the gospel with him. The beautiful setting looking at the Washington Monument from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial across the reflecting pool as we sang was something we'll not soon forget. One of the most interesting places that we went to was the Museum of the Bible, built by the Greens, who own Hobby Lobby and are here from Oklahoma. This 6-story facility in the heart of Washington, D.C. is sharing the gospel, sharing the Bible, and if you go to Washington, D.C., please do not miss the opportunity to go to this museum. Our last concert on our closing night in D.C. was at the Emmanuel Bible Church in Springfield, Virginia, which is 5 miles south of Washington, D.C. This by far was our most enjoyable concert. Also had about 1,000 people in attendance, and at this concert you could feel the Spirit of God's moving so much because God's people were there in our midst. Through the lyrics, melodies, and rhythms, the singing churchmen, the singing churchwomen, and the Oklahoma Baptist Symphony were able to proclaim the gospel and offer many worshipful experiences in Washington. Remember that 1% of the offering that you give every Sunday morning goes into a mission fund that helped to send Gayle and myself to Washington, D.C., and it helps to send other Emmanuelites all over the world on missions causes. Thank you.